More than clearness on the Brexit transfer is necessary to halt companies' procedural action in accident plans. In spite the advance announced on Friday, the CBI has alerted. Gender Drexler, CEO of the Industry Hall team, told companies had started causing plans months back. Yet, more than part could assist halt future activity by firms, he told. Europe Committee CEO Jean-Claude Juncker told the breakout intended Brexit negotiations could now go on to the following stage. The CBI's Mr. Drexler as well named for unconditionality on the statute of EU countrymen residing in the UK. The Institution of Directors, IOD, supported the CBI's urge for confidence on the rights of EU countrymen. Stephen Martin, IOD CEO General, told companies promptly necessary confidence on the next of EU personnel in the UK. We include perspectives to expect now how our members will be capable to email his employees off for the Yuletide breakdown sense more than convenient on his statute there, he told. We see striker to future clearness on which the UK's objectives are for how new relation, as so as a company obligation on transfer in the really close next. The response of big industry organizations has been, widely, ugh, on period. But he's not job made on Brexit, far of it. Which companies say the requirement is confidence on next trade and customs officer institutional arrangement in the EU, Britain's largest trade affiliate. We are anywhere close such a clearness. The instant precedence for business community is a interim transition transactions how kicks in as the UK foliage the EU. Just how will halt companies ongoing to carry out any Brexit accident plans to move personnel or offices, leaders alert. Several business communities say a length-term trading transactions is not necessary as world rules will suitable the UK fair penalty. The government disagrees. Yet, ministers include not yet written out in part which they expect the next trade relation will see love. It will include to do how quickly. Trading negotiations characteristically get year to full. Such negotiations see set to be stricter rather than such on the divorce rate that, recall, include undertaken much longer rather than both of sides hoped. It took 7 years for the EU and Canada to conduct negotiations transactions, the EU's largest aspiring still. The UK hopes for an though more than inclusive location rather than how. But where isn't 7 years to replacement? Where are fair 476 days before Brexit date? Adam Marshall, the CEO General of the UK Chambers of Trade, BCC, told Clearness and safety for Europe employees had been the largest precedence for UK companies with the plebiscite voice. We are impressed how they, as UK countrymen residing and work in the EU, now include more than clearness and can schedule his next in more trust, he told. As focus turns to trading talks, the BCC told companies requested total clearness on the length-term transactions creature desired. Business community wish answers on which outgoing the EU will indicate for regulatory, customs officer, employing, standards, tariff and taxes. The RUTEF, that represents manufacturers, told the treaty was one move striker in a facility and length trial. RUTEF head execution Stephen Phipson told, we requirement to pin downward the transfer institutional arrangement, that will be in location following March 2019, to provide his industry as normal for companies for as length as it conducted before a definitive transactions is achieved before we get to how spot, lot business community will requirement to get ready for any and each possibility. The ADS team, the trading organization how represents the space, defense, safety and area sectors, named Friday's ad an essential move. Extended ambiguity above institutional arrangement for a transfer time benefits not one and it is urgent how both of parties do official commitments as quickly as probable to a transfer steady at low 2 year, enabling business community to go on to put in our economics in trust, told ADS head execution Gender Everett.